Hi everybody, welcome to the second episode of my cooking vlog in which I teach everyday Pakistani recipes to y'all. The recipe I am teaching you today, I'm sure every Pakistani household must have made, is chicken curry or murghee ka salan. हर घर की अपनी रेसिपी होती है, but जब मेरी रेसिपी है, I think it's very traditional, it's simple, yet it's delicious. So let's go learn chicken curry or murghee ka salan the Tuba way. Let's go. Before we start cooking, I thought, why don't I help the people who have not made Pakistani dishes or are new to the Pakistani cuisine to help them understand the Pakistani cooking process. So Pakistani cooking process can be broken down into 3 steps. And this is what I call the 3-step framework. These steps involve prepping, which is similar to every other cuisine in the world. Cooking, again, very similar, but there are some nuances in Pakistani cuisine that we'll discuss. And thirdly, contain. In the prep process, like in any other cuisine, you prep the food to be ready to be cooked. This can include marinating the food, cutting the vegetables, steaming sometimes, and even boiling stuff. In the cooking process, you cook the food itself, but there are little nuances in Pakistani cooking where you use the heat up and down to adjust the consistency of the curry. Also, there's something called bhuning the curry or bhuning the salan, which is cooking the food to a point where the oil rises up. And this process is very unique to Pakistani cooking. There's no equivalent word for it, so we'll use the word what it is in our local language, bhoon, B-H-O-O-N. And the third step is contain. So the contain step include things like dum, in which you cover the dish and let it cook on a low heat through steam. Or there are other things that come under the contain step like tadka or bhagar, in which you use different spices or different vegetables to enhance the flavor of your food. So again, the 3 steps to Pakistani cooking: prep, cook, and contain. So now that we know the framework of Pakistani cooking, let's go wrestle with today's recipes. Let's go. So let's introduce you to the ingredients for today's dish. So the ingredients are 2 pounds of chicken, 1.5 onions, and 3 cloves, 1 black cardamom, 3 peppercorns, 2 green cardamom, 1 bay leaf, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, almost half a cup of yogurt, and quarter or less than quarter cup of oil. 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of fenugreek leaves or dried methi, सूखी मेथी, and 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. सबसे पहले आप अपनी प्याज को ऊपर से छिलका उतार लें. So we need 1.5 cup of प्याज, 1.5 प्याज that goes in our blender to be blended. So let's do that. Okay, you put your pyaaz in the blender, add around 1 cup of water, and blend the pyaaz to a puree. And this is the consistency of the pyaaz. So turn your heat to medium high and add about less than half a quarter cup of oil in it. In the oil, we add the pyaaz that we have pureed. I don't wait for the oil to get hot. It doesn't matter to me. So now just clean off the jug and put all your onion in it, and then add your spices, which is 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of turmeric.
No.
1 teaspoon of.
I want that.
Okay, now we're done. We'll cook the salan or this pyaz until the kachapan of pyaz, like the rawness of the pyaz will go away and the bubble starts to form. After 5 minutes of cooking, this is what the curry looks like. But the reason I'm showing you is to show you the process of cooking. So still cooking, and I'll wait until the oil rises up, and then I will add the chicken in it. After 10 to 15 minutes of cooking, you see the oil is coming up. This is what I reference to as bhuning. ये भूनिंग प्रोसेस होता है हमारी कुकिंग में, पाकिस्तानी कुकिंग में, कि ऑयल ऊपर आने लगता है. इसका मतलब होता है कि all the vegetables, especially here the pyaz, have lost its game or its smell and it's cooked thoroughly. So now this is the time to add chicken. Now let's add your washed chicken into it. Add 1.5 teaspoon of adrak, lasan, garlic, ginger paste, and all the spices that I told you about. And then mix it thoroughly. So this is after 10 minutes of cooking chicken. So it's going to keep cooking. Again, we're trying to achieve the bhuning here, right? So abhi jab the oil comes over the curry itself, we're going to keep cooking it until then. This is another 10 minutes of cooking, and you can see ये तेल ऊपर आ रहा है, the oil is rising up. Now आप देख सकते हैं कि तेल has left the प्याज and other masalas and मुर्गी completely भुन गई है. अब इसमें आप half a cup of yogurt add करेंगे और फिर भूनेंगे and wait for the tail to come up again. Bhunna again is a very important part of Pakistani cooking, and that's where the nuances come compared to other cuisines. So the dahi is going to make this curry very creamy. We'll mix the dahi in it or the yogurt in it and cook it again until तेल फिर ऊपर आ जाए. ये देख सकते हैं ये दोबारा भुन गया है, तेल ऊपर आ गया है. तो अब इसमें आप अपनी मेथी डालें और इसको पानी डालें सालन के लिए तकरीबन 2 कप, और इसको हल्की आंच पे पकने के लिए छोड़ दें. और दिस इज हल्की आंच पे पकने के लिए छोड़ना इज आवर कंटेन स्टेज. तो इसको आप 5 मिनट पकाएं हल्की आंच पे, 5 से 10 मिनट, एंड देन योर चिकन करी इज डन. अब इसको हल्की आंच कर दें आप और इसको 5 से 10 मिनट पकाएं. Again, your contain stage, and then your salan and chicken curry will be done. So after cooking this on a low heat for 10 to 15 minutes, we have received the right consistency of the curry, and now it's ready to be consumed. So we turn the stove off and then enjoy this curry with chapati, roti or naan. Now that you have learned my recipe for chicken ka salan, I hope you feed it to your families, and I hope they enjoy it. Do leave me a feedback through the comment section on how you loved it. Until next time, take care of yourself and your families. Khuda Hafiz.